Today I will talk about privacy policies. I know, it's not the most exciting topic, but if you fail to comply, you can face fines up to 20 million euros. Whether you are selling over Etsy or Shopify, in the US or Europe, you have to know your policies. But I'm not a lawyer. That's why we hired one to review ours. And I can already tell you that numerous mistakes were found. These mistakes could have meant the end of our business, and if you want to get your policies straight, this video is for you. In 2018, the European Union has introduced the GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation, which is a set of strict rules on how businesses collect, store and process personal data, ensuring greater privacy and control for individuals. It's different in the US. There's no federal law, but fragmented state laws, like the Californian Consumer Privacy Act, etc. If you are selling to the US or Europe, you have to comply to these laws. If not, you can face fines up to 20 million in Europe or $7,500 in the US. What are these policies for? Privacy policies regulates how a business handles user data. In detail, they can split into the following 4 parts: what data you collect, how you use the data, who you share data with, and how customers can request data deletion or opt out. The good news is that if you have done your homework once and created a compliant policy, there's nothing more you need to do. Until the laws change, of course. But do you really need a custom privacy policy? If you run a Shopify store, you must have a privacy policy in place, regardless of where you sell. You could think that if you are only selling on Etsy, that there is no need for a separate privacy policy. That's not completely true. Yes, there is already a privacy framework provided by Etsy. This is normally enough for the US market, if you stay on the platform and don't exchange data with third parties. But in order to comply with the European GDPR, that's not enough. So in summary, if you sell to Europe, you have to compose your own privacy policy on Etsy and Shopify. If you are selling to the US, you definitely need one for Shopify. But if you only stay within Etsy, that could be enough. Since we are selling to both the European Union and the US, we had to create our own privacy policy. We used a Shopify template, but we were never sure if it's legally valid. The only way to find out is to consult a lawyer. We did just that. Yes, it cost us a massive amount of money, but it would cost us even more if we ran into a problem in the future. Remember the fines? Luckily for you, I will share the corrected privacy policy with you, for free, if you watch until the end. But first, let's have a look at what mistakes our lawyer found. Number 1. Newsletter subscription. We didn't include that into the policy that we are collecting email addresses for sending out newsletters. We give our customers a 10% discount if they sign up for the newsletter. But we have to include it into the policy that we will use the email to send them advertisement in the future. Number 2. Data retention periods. In the past, we simply stated that the data is stored as long as necessary. However, our lawyer advised us that we have to specify a clear time frame for data retention. In our case, 12 months. Number 3. User right. Instead of just briefly mentioning GDPR rights, our lawyer included details on objection and data portability, as well as the process and option to file complaints with, in our case, the Swiss authority. Our updated privacy policy now explicitly states that we collect email addresses for newsletters and advertising, specify a 12-month data retention period, and includes detailed user rights. If you're unsure about your policies, we've compiled ours for reference and you can access them completely for free on our Patreon. We also offer CAD challenges, pricing tools and more for those looking to take their 3D printing business to the next level. However, I'm not a lawyer and these policies are for inspiration only. For a legally solid privacy policy, it's always best to consult a professional attorney. If this video just saved you from a 20 million fine, then do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and allows me to keep creating more valuable content for you. Until then, happy printing, 3D farmers.